Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, how many of y'all remember these McDonald's spoons from back in the day? Where apparently, have y'all ever wondered why they got rid of those? Those used to be like the long coffee spoons back in the day. They would have at McDonald's when you would buy a cup of coffee. My mom always get her a big coffee, and then she would get that long McDonald's spoon, like that long thing, plastic thing with a little spoon at the bottom of it. And then eventually you stop seeing them, or they stop making them that way. They start giving you just regular plastic stick. That's it, with no spoon on the end of it. Well, apparently the reason why McDonald's discontinued those, they said that they discontinued these in the late 70s. But I remember those spoons in like the early 80s. I was a little kid. I remember my mama would get coffee. She would always get that spoon, that plastic. Because I used to, when she would be done drinking her coffee, I would always get that spoon and like play with it and shit. I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? But then they stopped having it. They just would have just plastic. That was it. So that was, uh-oh. Sorry about that, guys, before I was rudely interrupted. Motherfucking honky was telling me I need to move my car. Anyway, y'all listen. Yeah, those McDonald's spoons, man. Motherfuckers was using them for cocaine spoons back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think. It's crazy to think that back in the 70s, um, cocaine was so prevalent. Like you could literally just keep, I don't know, because I ain't that old now, but from what I heard from my brothers and them, they said it's not until like the later years that cocaine was looked at as like a bad drug. They would, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know people from the 70s said that they would see people just out and about in the 70s, just snorting coke in public, you know? Plus, you got to think like back then, cocaine was new. So they didn't know exactly the side effects and the benefit and the outcome that cocaine would lead to. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think they give a fuck about cocaine until cocaine became popular amongst the white people, to be honest with you. It's not until them motherfuckers started ODing and shit that they gave a fuck about the drug. That's when they really started hitting hard with it, like in the 80s and stuff, giving, you know what I'm saying, giving black people that sold cocaine and any other minority football numbers. Because they was, a lot of people that can afford cocaine. 'Cause cocaine is a very expensive drug. Only people that really can afford that shit was like white folks and stuff. I digress about the drug wars. I guess McDonald's called themselves as trying to help out with the drug wars and stop people from using drugs by not having that spoon type of thing at the end of stirs. They call them stirs. That's what they call them when you stir your coffee, the little plastic thing. But they stopped putting the little spoon thing at the end because people were using that to sniff coke back in the 70s and the 80s. Like I said, I remember I remember my mom when she would buy coffee, she would always get that and she would be stirring it and it'd be this long thing with a spoon on the end of it. I never thought about it being discontinued, but I remember seeing this article. I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, I don't see those no more. That's how prevalent cocaine was back then, and people were using the damn spoon coffee stirrers to sniff cocaine out of. I remember seeing pictures from the 70s, old pictures and stuff from the 70s. People used to have the spoon around their neck. My brothers would talk about that. That you knew people who did coke because they would have like a necklace on, then they have like a small little gold spoon like, on the end of it, and that's when you would know, okay, they sniff coke. That's what they would used to sniff it with. To that point, you must be a lover of cocaine to go get a golden smooth spoon made. But that was prevalent back then. You saw people with that golden spoon necklace, you knew they did coke back in the 70s. At least that's what I heard from people that's a little bit older than me. Something about putting something up your nose to get high is weird to me. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's when you see people smoking stuff to get high, like weed and stuff like that. That the fact I'm putting something foreign up my nose, I don't know where it came from. It's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? The only drug I partake in every now and then is marijuana. They should bring the spoon stirrer back from McDonald's to McDonald's. I mean, because cocaine is not as popular as it used to be. People ain't sniffing coke no more. You know what I'm saying? Most of the cocaine users now either probably done passed on or stopped doing it. Kids now pop pills. Now they don't sniff nothing. They pop pills and stuff now. They have designer drugs and all that kind of stuff. So the whole cocaine sniffing stuff, I think those days is gone. Well, anyway, what y'all think about this video, man? Let's talk about it in the comments. Leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button.